I am muted. Welcome in, chat. He's a big boy. Sarcastic Grandpa, That Chai Cat, Nibling, Paint Liquor. How we all doing today?
Hola.
Rattlecan, what's up, everybody? We're so glad you are here. Jason, welcome back to studio.
Mein Name ist Volker.
Excuse me?
Willkommen.
I don't speak French. Was that French? I don't know.
No.
What was that?
Auf Deutsch.
Welcome in, everybody. This is Jason.
Danger, thank you for being here while we stream.
He's back.
Welcome, everybody.
Of course.
We were a little late. I had a meeting that ran till 2, and then Chris wanted to readjust all of the camera angle stuff.
That's right.
So we got it all done. We're here. Better Nate than Lever.
Michael Holtz, yes. We are so excited to be here. Every single day. Yes, he is a chunky boy.
He's a big chonky boy. I had Kyle do the guy with the axe, obviously.
The guy with the axe.
But the tactical rock of the guy with the thunderhammer, and the cape of the guy with the thunderhammer. So we got all the bits.
All the bits.
Except the thunderhammer. I didn't like the thunderhammer part. We got all the other bits here. He built the dreadnought, and holy monstrosity.
They're big.
The dreadnought is enormous. I'm going to have a blast with that guy.
Yeah.
All right, Blood Angels, here we go.
That's right.
Un, deux, trois.
What's up, Mo?
There's just 78 pieces. Kyle's building all of my my models
It's a lot.
for me because I told him they'll never get built if he doesn't. I was very honest with him. I said, there's no way in hell any of this is getting done if he doesn't do it. So, there you go. He's a man he's a mensch.
That Chai Cat just got back from Tacoma. Open My Mega Boss came out with a bronze and open painting contest. Very nice.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
I like to hear it.
That is awesome.
Fazang.
Super cool.
Fazal. Fazuli.
So, last time you painted a Space Marine.
Isn't that like your third middle name?
Fazuli?
Christopher?
It's not.
Fazuli?
I don't have a third middle name.
He has 18 middle names.
I have one.
If you listen to me tell the story, he has at least 18 middle names.
It is not Luigi.
He only runs out of middle names when I run out of Italian leaning words that I can come up with. When I run out of pasta names that I can
We've got Luigi and
fettuccine,
and that's all the
Mastacholi.
Italian words. That's all the Italian words out
and
there.
Fazul.
Lord of the Hunt, welcome in. So last time, Jason, you painted a Space Marine, or in quotes, Space Marine that's in space. You used a brush.
There's Marines in space?
I think so.
Oh.
So
Interesting.
what's the deal?
I've been doing a lot of brush painting lately. A lot of brush painting.
Yep.
Not a lot of airbrush.
You have it, which is cool. I mean, I think both.
Not a lot of airbrush.
Obviously, not a lot of people have airbrushes, so hopefully
Well, with me, I would say that probably 90% of what I do is with brush.
Yeah.
And the airbrush is a tool that I supplement that with. I usually do more base coat painting with airbrush, and then, let's call it a 90-10 or in some good zoom height, by the way.
Thank you.
It's usually like a 90-10 or 80-20, depending on the figure, that I will do brush to airbrush.
Yeah.
And the airbrush is typically just a way to do really good solid base coats quick, get my highlights and my volumes built up with the airbrush, and then go to town with a brush. And then maybe, depending on the model, I'll come back later and do some blending of my brush work with the airbrush and things like that. So
yeah.
The airbrush can be used all throughout the process. But lately, I've been really just letting the brush do the talking.
That's right. Let the brush do the talking. Velkin says, how would you guys recommend I thin metallic paints? I feel like it always looks off when I used a drop of water.
No, water's the way to do it.
Just treat them like normal paint, right?
You can, if you are not liking the viscosity, because if you use too much water to thin, then the metallic flake will start to swim around in the suspension, I'll call it. And so it'll feel like the flake is alive. It kind of moves too much.
Yep.
And then if that's giving you kind of a finish on the model that you're not liking, then I would suggest using something like our glaze wash medium. That works really well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. This is the lovely color called Payne's Gray. Mr. Payne was a good friend of mine.
Yep.
His name was Max.
Max Payne.
Might have played the video game. And Max's favorite color was gray, but he always said it needed a little bit of blue in it. So
Yeah.
we talked with him. We gave him his own signature color.
Max Payne.
And so now we have Payne's Gray. And so we're going to spray this bad boy with Payne's Gray. This is Mr. Saturnine. Mr. Saturnine Praetor.
This is the
Hell of a
model.
model. Not going to lie. Big chonky boy.
Now, why did you go? Obviously, I think it's a dealer's choice on this one, but why did you go with Payne's Gray instead of dark plum or dark purple?
Because we already have a formula for my Blood Angels.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
We already have a recipe we've been using for these Blood
Gotcha.
Angels over the last however many years. We've been painting a model
Got
a
it.
year for
So it started with
however many
Payne's
years.
Gray. Okay.
Yeah. It's really just because this is the way I want to use this guy. If I ever get the lead out and actually finish my Blood Angels, they'll all be the same. So it's just a recipe thing.
What about Max Hot Pink? We don't have that color. We do not have your.
We won't have
Max
that
Hot
talk
Pink.
around here. You're not going to lead us down that path.
TK421. If you're going to name a color after Chris, what would it be? Oh, great question. I don't know. That's a great question, though.
Are they asking me?
I think you're getting the question.
That's too much hot seat. I can't do
Too much
it.
hot seat.
I won't do it.
If you're going to name a color after Chris, what could it be?
Because I could go Scorched Earth right here.
Scorched Earth.
I could go Scorched Earth. Or I could be polite,
Isadora,
And
thank you for
funny.
that raid.
right?
Yeah.
I could go funny and
could.
friendly. I
Okay.
could go Scorched Earth
Scorched Earth.
and pseudo-friendly here. That's giving me way too much power, I think, to ask that question here live with Chris around. Can
I
she
think
ask
you-
me that when Chris wasn't around?
I think it would be a fun green.
A fun green.
I think so. A green. I like green.
I would call it I like trees.
Tree green.
I would just call it I like trees.
I like trees.
That's what it would be. I like trees.
I do like trees.
I like frogs. I like turtles.
I'm Chris's butt. Perfect, Danger.
I
Chris,
like turtles.
you're fired orange. Why
Hey,
is
Chris,
it
you're fired.
why it should be pink. It should be
Fire
the
red.
pink slip.
You're
pink.
fired red. That's
A
good.
rock or tree bark signature set, not a single color. There you go, Alex. That's right.
Shipped to our ocean blue.
Ship to our ocean blue. I would not be hot pink plaid. No, TK.
Skip to my blue, my darling.
Skip to my blues. So a fungus color. Great. Yeah, that's right, Houdini.
Fungus?
I ain't no fungus.
This is not a fungus.
Speaking of fungus,
Welcome, everybody.
we're so happy. Thank you.
horrible.
Welcome in, Raiders.
That is horrible when you make me do it to things like, speaking of fungus,
Speaking of fungus,
welcome, everybody. Because now everybody thinks we think of it like a fungus.
that's right.
That's horrible.
Sometimes you gotta get creative.
Christopher,
Isadore, thank you for that raid. We appreciate it.
welcome, everybody.
Never get to raid here. Love these streams, Jason. Well, we appreciate that.
Thank you.
I love that, Avian. You have to clarify your real questions. Yes, an actual question from Avian. I dived into the number 9 of the big black books of Horus Heresy Crusade to find unification colors, unification colors of the Dark Angels. There was no color plates or palettes, but a text description calling it Storm Gray. What would Slowfuse create Storm Gray out of? Storm
Black.
Gray. Black?
It's black. I did mine black with a little bit of green tinge to it. So that I don't... Do I have any of them? I think I have the lion here, right? Oh, yeah, the lion's here. Hang on. Let me clean this airbrush out.
Time to grab some pizza. Nice. Thank you again so much for that raid. We appreciate it.
Enjoy your pizza.
Pizza the Hut.
Isadore, thank you so much. Welcome, everybody. It is Tuesday. I was off yesterday. You were stuck with the lovely Jordan
That's right. We got some good
and
work
Christopher.
done.
It looked like it. Captain America looked really good.
Yep,
and you did Doc Ock.
We got a little bit through Doc Ock yesterday. We did some tips painting over a zenithal. We used some of the expert acrylics.
Yep.
And if you all needed to see what Prussian blue could do, go check it out, because I couldn't give you a better example of what our Prussian blue does.
It looked really good.
Yeah, it came out great.
Great job to Jordan.
Great
Hopefully Hopefully you treated chat well.
Nibling, we are not having a pizza party on Friday, but like I said, all of last week and this week, we are having Christmas in July on Friday. So mark your calendars down. We'll have a countdown coming very soon to Christmas.
Our John Deere tractor partnership is going great, for those that are wondering.
Our John Deere.
Well, everybody's like, Peoria, Illinois, home of John Deere tractors.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So get ready for Christmas this Friday.
Chris did not treat you well. I mean,
Oh, I treated you
did
very
you expect
well.
it?
I treated you all very well.
Still, as I'm doing this dark plum over the
Ooh,
top
look at that.
of the Payne's Gray, I'm not worried about angle, really. This isn't a lighting issue here. This is just a color for the red.
Okay, so you're not doing like a zenithal style highlight.
Well, I
here.
am from like 12 o'clock. I'm not really worried about lighting, because what I'm trying to do is capture color here. So I'm more concerned with getting this to start giving us the basis for the red.
Yeah.
You know, and the blue gets sunk into more of the real shadow areas.
Okay.
You know, so even like on the front of his
Oh, okay.
shin
Ooh.
here, I'm going to spray a little
That's
bit.
a cool-
Even a little bit into the shadows. You know, I want the blue shadows to exist, but I'm not going for them being all blue. The dark plum works really well with this.
Yeah.
But the
Dang.
next color is Pyrrole Red. Remember, with this recipe, we jump straight to Pyrrole Red after the dark plum.
You do?
Yep.
That's gonna be a fun jump.
Yeah, it just goes bang on top of this. So
That's gonna be a fun jump. Would y'all, Blood Walrus is saying, would y'all consider adding an airbrushing thread on Discord?
why is that any different? Do you want something specific? I mean, you can talk about it in any of the painting channels.
Yeah.
We don't treat airbrushing like it's its own thing. It's just painting. But yeah, I mean, you can talk about airbrushing in any of the painting channels. Feel free. Ask away. Okay, so dark plum over Payne's Gray. You want to pop in real close?
Yeah.
This color combo is fantastic because it gives a
is.
really nice, cool shadow, a really nice, deep, kind of almost like blood red with that dark plum.
Yep.
I'm digging that. Works very, very well.
I do like
It turns
this
into
combo.
this.
Yeah. It does. Yeah. Hey, there you go.
You
Foreshadowing.
can see there on the inside of that leg where
Yeah.
it goes, and then we get into
okay. Yeah, I see it.
right. See the inside of that leg, and
Yeah.
then how the Pyrrole Red just falls right on top of there. So that's where we're going.
Agrippa says, I've been painting dark green over dark plum recently, and it really makes the shadows pop.
Oh, dark plum as a base? That would work
Yeah,
really well.
That would be cool.
That would work really well. I'm going to do his cloak in white, so that's why I'm leaving it alone. I just want to make sure I got plum everywhere. I'm not looking at too many areas that are pure Payne's Gray. Maybe in the darkest recesses in between the legs or the butt area or up in the underarms. But I want some plum covering it in most areas. So it looks pretty good. Boom. Super easy.
Yeah, that's
Super easy.
That is
I can't make it any easier, Captain.
That's a very cool color combo. I like that. Bloodwater says, I'd rather they didn't talk about it anywhere. Those conversations tend to get very long and involved, and I've seen people's questions lost in the middle.
What do you mean?
Oh, for airbrushing? The airbrushing thread?
Oh, is that the argument for having its own
yeah,
channel?
maybe it's a little bit more
So other people's
involved.
questions don't get lost in there?
Yeah, maybe that's that what you're talking about, Blood Walrus?
I mean, I could see maybe if we could do like a sub-channel. I'm all for it if it helps.
Wad
I'm
says,
not-
I'm mostly insulted that Fuse was so close and we didn't get lunch together. This of all the
Okay,
great
so let me tell you my
conversations.
timetable for my trip this weekend. I showed up in Peoria at 6:30 p.m. on Saturday,
Okay.
and I left at 11 a.m. on Monday.
Wait a second. That's a fast turnaround.
Yeah, so I literally was only
Oh.
there for dinner on Saturday, hang out with Hank a little bit in the Adepticon team. That's what I went up there for. It was the Adepticon summer staff party. And I went up there, hung out with Hank and his team a little bit on Saturday night for dinner. Got a
Yep.
chance. He cooked some brisket. That was
Ooh.
amazing.
He's
Yeah.
a big smoke.
It was at his house, and he just did a big barbecue all weekend.
That's cool.
Then woke up Sunday. His wife and family cooked biscuits and gravy and sausage. So we had biscuits and gravy breakfast. And then hung out all day. It was very humid and hot in Illinois. Not near as hot as here, but the humidity makes it unbelievable. It's funny because people laugh at us because we say, oh, it was a dry heat. I'm always doing smiley faces when I clean my brush. Did anybody else find yourself doing that? Every time I clean my brush, some sort of smiley face occurs.
You got like a Wilson vibe going on there.
It's totally like what happens whenever I clean my airbrush. There's a face that shows up someplace. So we hung out. Then he did a big barbecue lunch. We did steaks and more brisket, and it was amazing. We ate and hung out in the humidity and nerded out. Aaron Lovejoy and Elizabeth Beckley were there.
Oh,
so
cool.
They taught classes. I got a chance to sit down during Aaron's paint a face class,
Ooh, cool.
which I did not bring the model. I'll bring it tomorrow. It's still packed away in my luggage.
Was that at Hank's house?
Yeah, I was at Hank.
Oh,
No, that was at the local store.
Oh, okay.
The local gaming store
Oh, that's cool.
hosted the classroom.
That's really cool.
And some open space they have right next door. So that was really cool. Aaron did a face painting class with our expert acrylics. That was really great.
Yeah.
He chastened me. He came by. I was sitting in the back.
Yeah.
I told everybody I wasn't painting. He came back because I didn't take any painting gear. I just went to hang out.
Right.
He came back there and he goes, "Oh, Jason, yours is looking horrible," because I hadn't done anything. And so he just lit me up in front of the whole group. So I had to go and borrow a brush and paint without my glasses or any of my tools.
Oh, no.
And I did pretty well.
Well, that's good. That sounds
Not
like a
having
fun
glasses makes it very tough on small faces to get any detail done.
Yeah.
But my main coloring worked pretty well.
thing. Bill Gross has a question. I'm loving the new brush goop. When it was delivered, it was a little melted, and there was just a little gel inside the canister. Should I mix it all together?
Yeah, just mix it all back in. Yep. That's the nice thing is that unlike the old formula, if the old formula melted, you had to remelt it, mix it, cool it. This one you
Yeah.
just mix together and you're good to go.
It's very.
That was
very
one of the big
convenient.
scientific improvements we made on it. I say we, Jesse made on it. I didn't do anything. Is that now its melting point is a lot higher and it won't deconstruct. And you can just stir it up and use it straight away. It's really, really good. Really good. Okay, Pyro Red is next.
Ooh.
If you know, you know.
I'm very excited to see it.
Bam. Ta-da.
When was the last time you painted a Dark Angel on stream? That was a while ago.
A long time ago.
A little bit ago.
I don't know, whenever we made the color scheme, I think. I don't know that I painted anymore since the time we made the color scheme.
Right.
Oh, yeah, we did. We did that dreadnought at one point.
Yeah, he counts.
That big dreadnought.
So the corn sweats. Smiley face airbrush cleaning. Yep, that's right, TK421.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I am on this big boy. I am going to thin it a little bit, so I'm going to mix some up in a cup first.
Okay.
Normally, I would just go direct in the airbrush for this on the normal scale, guys.
Why add?
We have larger areas across these Saturnine shoulder plates, and I want to be able to get a smoother transition on the big surfaces. It's like painting the side of a tank or a dreadnought. Whereas on this, I can get really good coverage because there's not really any huge areas. The biggest thing would be like the cylinder of the jump packs on my Assault Marines.
Right.
But I'm going to thin it down just a hair, not too much.
Now, what's your ratio when you thin? Are you going to use just water, or are you going to use glaze and wash medium?
I'm going to use glaze wash medium.
Okay.
I'll put about that much paint.
Nice.
I don't know how much that was. A skosh, a smidge.
A sklapshy.
A sklat. That's not a word.
Sklapshy.
You're just making stuff up.
Oh, yeah.
You just act like this is your playground. You can just make stuff up.
That's scientific. We're very scientific here. This is the
A
scientific
little bit
part.
of glaze wash medium.
Here we
And
go.
for the glaze and wash medium, we are very specific in how we mix this. You have to be very, very careful because it is highly volatile substance. And you need to make sure that that's why I use a graduated cup that has exact levels of drams that I'm putting in here. And then we go about like that.
That's very scientific.
Very scientific, carefully measured by volume and weight. And then just a little bitty spritz of water.
Chaos Angel, thank you so much for that sub. Appreciate it.
Use the butt end of my brush. Stir that in.
Man, that is a bold red.
That is a very bold red.
It's
It is
just-
very,
it's in
very
the
red.
name, folks. Not a question, just a comment. Thanks again for the clarification, Avian. Always love that.
What's that?
Just a comment. I am now using peach flesh, and it's fantastic. The only downside, question mark, apparently my thumb is the same color.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Thumb palette. Bill
Yeah.
Gross says, haven't tried the glaze and wash medium through the airbrush yet. It's great, Bill. You'll love it. It acts like as a flow improver a little bit, wouldn't you say, Jason?
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely does. It's got enough surfactant in to act like a flow improver. It keeps the paint at a fairly high viscosity, so it doesn't get too liquid.
Yeah.
See that?
Uh-huh.
Rather than just thinning for opacity with water, which would cause it to get a little too runny.
Yep.
This lets me play around a lot more.
And just a little paint. Nothing too crazy here, everybody. You don't want to fill your cup.
Okay. Yeah, I don't fill any higher than like this. If you could take the cup off if you had a guaranteed way to pour it into that.
Yeah.
I'd put a lot of paint in. Now here is where we want to start thinking in terms of lighting direction. And for
Sure.
this guy, he's looking off to the axe, so we'll have the light come back towards the axe. So I'm gonna do like this, right? Right,
perfect.
and then we'll just start layering in this red.
Ooh, look at that. Okay, so it's not like super.
Well, I thinned it down, so
Right,
you'll notice
right, yeah.
the lack of opacity that we get straight out.
Yeah.
Because I thinned it down. That lets me build up
Yeah.
to get the color just the right way over these larger surfaces. Now I could go without any thinning of the paint and it'd be just fine.
Yeah. Okay. Now
I'd get
I
a lot
ya.
more opacity right out of the gates, and maybe that works for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do how you like.
Do it how you like. You heard it here first, chat. Do it how you like. Agrippa Noosh is my favorite flow improver. Winky wink. A little on the tip of the brush. It's not bad stuff.
It can
That's a
definitely
great
work.
way.
You have to be careful because its dry time is really long, so you just want to make sure you're still giving yourself some capability of drying the paint if you're wanting to work at any speed. But yeah.
Chaos Angel, I need to buy a new glaze and wash medium. There's something going on with mine. It doesn't mix right. How do you mean, Chaos Angel? Doesn't
To help
mix
me out,
right.
meaning it doesn't mix right. What does that mean? Did you leave it open? Did it start to gel or something?
Watt says, one of my favorite airbrushes has a smaller cup, so I swapped to the limited how much I could. Yeah, the smaller cups definitely train you to do that so that you don't overfill it because it'll dry before it gets there, you know? Yes, Derpstick, he's doing some undercoating with, no, actually, he's just, this is a, what's the mix? It's glaze and wash medium and bold pyro red
Right
with a
now,
little
yeah.
bit of water.
That is correct.
What's up, Art Mike? Mike Disney, what up?
Mike Disney, what's going on, buddy?
Welcome in. We are doing very well. Thank you so much for asking. Chaos Angel says, the only way I can describe it is that it leaves what looks like pellets of rice in the mix.
Pellets of rice?
Pellets of rice. It's quite thick when I go to use it.
Sounds like maybe it got left open at some point. Started to dehydrate. It won't do that naturally. But contact support. They'll take a look at it, get you help.
Lumberjack Tim, what's going on? That's a fun color. That's a very fun color. Oh, yeah. Very bright.
Again, I've got it knocked down quite far with the glaze wash so that I can build it up how I want and not worry about overloading it. I can play at each of these spots and say, okay, how bright does it want to be?
Sure. Danger, that's a great question. Danger's saying, could you please talk a little bit about varnish with the airbrush? I don't feel comfortable for some reason.
You don't feel comfortable varnishing with the airbrush?
Yeah, or do you need some tips maybe, Danger? Is that what you're looking for?
Are you seeing problems? Help me there.
Yeah.
Like, is there something that is happening that you're not happy with, or you're just afraid to start with it because you're afraid you'll ruin something?
I can confidently say that I will either with our can, or I'll take my brush or my airbrush and I put it right in there and just blast the whole thing. I like how it makes all the model look once it's done. Gives me some weird satisfaction.
Weird satisfaction.
I shouldn't say weird satisfaction, but it's like a completist thing. It's like, okay, my ritual when I'm done with this model is that I matte varnish it and I put it on the table. That's how I do it. Don't have to clean the rattle can. That's right. Danger says, yes, exactly. I feel uncomfortable putting it in the airbrush for some reason, LOL.
Oh. Huh.
No, yeah, man. Just throw it in there.
You can thin it. It's paint, right?
Yeah.
It's just colorless paint. Think of it as just the matte part of our paint if you're using like our matte medium. It is a medium more so than a varnish, but we call it a varnish.
Pikmin, what's up?
So I would say,
it's not as
if
harsh
you want to
as
think about it like that, it's not as big of a deal as you're making it.
Yeah.
Think of it as clear paint and treat it as such. Thin it with water, thin it with glazed wash medium, whatever you like.
Or that, Danger says, or that I may overdo it.
Can't overdo it. It's clear. Right?
Yeah,
so a matte finish, it's only going to build to one level of matte. If you do layer over layer over layer over layer, it just thickens it. I guess it could, if you wanted to do like one thin pass of matte varnish to knock the sheen down on your paint, but not go fully matte, then you might have an argument to be made that, you could put too much.
Yeah.
But typically speaking, no, you're not going to do too much. You can matte it down. You can put it on pretty heavy. I try to say keep it to thin passes. Right. Keep the brush moving, keep the airbrush moving so you're not loading up any one surface with too much material. Because there is a world where if you put too much matte varnish on something, as it cures, it could become not white, but kind of milky in the recesses. Ours is very good about not doing that, but if you just hammer down and, put gobs and gobs of it on, I can't guarantee that.
Michael Holt says, I used another brand and I was never able to get it out of my airbrush.
Oh, yeah, you won't experience that with ours.
Nope.
I mean, don't leave it overnight.
Yeah,
but as soon as you clean it, you'll find that our stuff cleans up really, really nice. Just like our primers, right? We use a lightweight poly and everything, so you're not worried about it getting to be a super heavy, gunked up mix of stuff.
Yeah.
So go for it.
I
spray with abandon. Just thin it, bam, knock it on. Realize the more you thin it, the less matte it becomes. You break the matte finish. So that's one thing to point out.
Okay.
While you can thin it, if you're not liking how thick it is when it's spraying, thin it, but thin carefully, because it will lower the matte of it to the point to where it's tough to layer that back up. It's meant to spray right out of the bottle.
Yeah.
That's the way we do it.
It's great stuff.
I don't thin it.
And even going off that, I use the rattle can most of the time, and I really just hammer my models. And just to really seal it. Nibling says, I use the rattle can varnish and work like a champ. Yep. The primers are so wonderfully matte. That's right. That is right. A moment of metal for Ozzy. Yes, he passed away today.
He did. Right after doing that big concert. Knew it was coming.
I kind of felt that way a little bit. I felt like he was not too far away from it. Like, well, if you're going to do that, maybe his body was just ready.
Never know. Sad to hear.
Can the glaze and wash medium be used as a diluted varnish via the airbrush?
Diluted varnish via the airbrush? What do you mean? To be a matting agent itself? It'll be much less so, but you can spray the glaze wash medium on top of your model and matte it down a little. It will not be as effective.
Yeah.
But you can do that for
It's not as effective as the matte varnish, that's for sure.
No. But it is effective as a matting agent, just not as much. We've had people do that, saying, hey, why would I buy your matte varnish? I use your glazed wash medium, and it mattes things down. And if it does to your liking, that's great. The matte varnish is more aggressive. It's like an ultra matte.
So this is going off of this question, right?
And now we've made eclectic salmon.
There it is. What did you add into that?
Dark, warm, flesh.
Dark warm flesh, nice.
Dark warm flesh in the red gives you a really, really good salmon color.
Yep.
It's a color that we're going to make. It's just, it won't be this mix of colors, but it'll be a color that I make eventually.
Yeah, so Jason, I guess my question is too, is there a use case to use the airbrush varnish over the rattle can varnish? Is it just about control at that point?
Is there a use case?
Yeah.
I'm wondering, I didn't do an orange red first on these, did I? I can't remember now.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think it was just this next. Well, we're about to find out.
The varnish is so matte that Ben Affleck is its friend. Okay. All right, Agrippa. You only get a few of those. Chaos Angel says, I've been digging using red oxide and Nova Orange to do red highlights. Okay. I could see that. Does it taste like salmon? No, Nibling. It does not taste like salmon.
Hey, whoa, you don't know.
We don't do that.
You
No,
don't.
hey, whoa.
You haven't tried.
Well, that looks very similar to the color that you did on the other one. If not exact, right?
Doodly doo doo. It's a little more salmon, but it's close.
Oh.
I've got the red's a little bit punchier,
Okay.
right? But it's getting there.
Yeah.
So
Chris, you should airbrush varnish in one hand and rattle can in the other. Perhaps play some good, bad, ugly music in the. I could do that. I could just matte varnish my life.
matte varnish your life?
That's right.
I don't understand.
A lot of matte varnish, just all kinds of matte varnish. Start with the airbrush matte varnish and then rattle can the matte varnish and just varnish matte everything, man.
Are you insane?
I think so.
Okay, just checking.
Derpstick, guessing that salmon color will be good for me than just a pinky skin tone? Question mark. That salmon color will be good for more than just a pinky skin tone. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can use this anywhere. Okay,
yeah.
Okay, Dark Mockery. This was the question I was getting at. Will the airbrush varnish provide enough protection to the paint job for oil wash steps or even heavy gameplay use? Question mark.
Oil washing, yes. Those are not the same, though. Heavy gameplay use, you're going to want to use something that's more of a heavy solvent lacquer type finish. Because remember that anything that's acrylic is not, it will be as protective as another layer of paint. That's all it's going to do. It's not going to give you some amazing protection. So I would be careful with that.
Yeah,
right?
okay.
You're going to want to make sure that you have got a plan B for the end game. You can use it as a layering varnish, so where you're done with one part, layer with the matte varnish or the gloss. If you're doing oil washes, I suggest you use gloss. Then do the oil wash or the oil filters on it, because the gloss is going to make the paint run better, whereas the matte's going to give the model more tooth, and the more tooth is going to hold on to pigment and make it kind of splotchy sometimes. So using a gloss varnish.
Yeah.
And then when you're done with all of your washes, then matte it after that for your completion.
Yeah.
Right? And your final kind of protection coat. And if you want to, you could actually use a gloss varnish at the end, which is typically going to be stronger for long-term use like gameplay. Gloss it all at the end. It'll scare the hell out of you because the model will look horrible. And then matte it all down again. Use the matte as a look for your finish, but the gloss underneath it is what gives it the big protection. That's usually what I do if I'm looking to protect a piece, like a big character piece that I'm going to play a lot with.
You gloss varnish and then matte varnish.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, you can gloss because the gloss is a little more protective, a little bit thicker.
Yeah. Rock is saying, going back, varnish topic again. In Vince's video about varnishes, he mentions he doesn't use matte varnishes over metallics. Do you also find matte varnishes take away from the metallics?
I don't. Yeah, I mean, it's understandable, right? It will take away the shine because that's what it does. It dulls everything down. But I guess my thing there is that I would matte the whole model to make it easy, because it's going to be very hard to matte varnish around that. And then I would paint gloss varnish back on the metal bits that you need to be shiny. because you don't want necessarily all of the metallic to be shiny. Like the metallic up underneath the armpits and stuff, you don't need to be shiny. You just need the bits out towards the light to be shiny. So you can matte them down and then put a gloss back over them, and you'll pick the shine right back up. The way gloss and matte varnish interact is pretty crazy. Like when I do water effects, a lot of times the water effect, like let's say you have a model standing over a puddle of water.
Yeah.
If I'm going to matte varnish the model, I matte the whole thing. It's going to matte the water too, and that water, like that resin effect, that clear resin, will turn to where you can't see through it because it frosts over. The matte varnish just turns into this kind of dull frost. It makes it look like a block of ice. And you think, oh my God, I've ruined it. But then you take gloss varnish and you brush paint it back over the matte, and you can see right through the resin again. So the two interact very neat in that regard. So you can matte varnish your entire model to get it all dull the way you want it, and then just go back on the high spots of the metallic and put some gloss on it, you're fine. That's my preferred way.
Okay.
Because I get what you're saying. It will dull the metal down, and if that doesn't look right to you, then add a little bit of gloss. And you can mix the gloss and the matte to get the right level of shine at that point. And you don't have to go back and paint it on every bit of everything you paint in metallic. You just want it on enough, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah. You can kind of make your own consistency. You can go from gloss to satin, essentially.
It. Correct. 100%.
Twisty Farmer says, I've been painting some tanks lately and using larger flat brushes, and I'm getting a lot of brush lines. Is that just from lower quality brush, or do I need to thin my paint a little?
Okay, hang on, back up.
Sure.
What we're talking about is that you're getting brush strokes in the paint.
Strokes, yep.
And how are you doing it? You've been painting some tanks
using
larger flat brush. Flat brush will be tough. Using brushes to paint large flat surfaces is always going to be a bummer.
Okay.
It's where airbrush or like sponge brushing or smudge brushing with a big dry brush, like one of these, works well, where you can kind of smudge it on there because you're going to get blending all along the way. And you're not putting brush strokes, you're probably going to get big brush strokes no matter what. You can thin it down, but then you don't get coverage. So now you're painting the side of the tank 18 times to get good opacity. So typically, I would suggest using the smudge, like a large dome dry brush, and smudge the paint on. We did a side of a rhino like that to show you one time how you can do that, and it works really well. But yeah, big flat brush, even though it might be called a tank brush from whatever company you're using. Can cause problems.
Just dip the tank in bag acryl.
That is also a thing.
It's a possibility. The technology isn't ready yet, but stay tuned for 2054.
Oh, that's horrible.
How often do you recommend cleaning your brushes? Asked George.
Your paint brushes?
Yeah.
After every session would be your best bet.
Yeah.
When you're done for the night or day or whatever when you're painting, I would go back. I'm doing some more Bold Pyro Red here by itself. I'm going to filter this back over what we did and then hit it again with what we did so I can get some values on there. It took away a little bit more of the red than I wanted, so I'll filter this back over. But yeah, at the end of every session is your best bet. You're just rinsing them during the course of painting, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the session, go back and...
You should clean your brushes after every paint session. We do that. Kind of. Sort of. Maybe. Not really. Maybe.
Never.
Potentially.
That's not a thing.
And
just
also,
lying to people.
Like I just said, there's that link. We just released another how to clean your brush video with our Goop 2.0. Check that out. Chris is a liar. False. T. Schmid. False. But not the pit. Little Billy. Stanky Nurgle paint pit. No, we cleaned that out. He cleaned it out.
And by we, he means him.
And by we, I mean I didn't touch
cleaned it out, didn't it?
No, yeah, you did it live, man. I ain't touching that thing. That's a liability.
Yeah, you even yelled at me, I think.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on?
Why are you doing this?
Release some kind of disease into the air.
My job.
No. That's far from your
it's not
job.
my job? Okay, well, it's not my job.
That's my job.
He says it's not my job.
Little Billy. How about you clean out that producer chair? Okay.
I've been trying.
That made me laugh out loud.
I've been trying, Little Billy. I've been trying.
Ultimate, welcome in. Just got in here. What PSI are you running at?
22. I never change it. 22 PSI. We're in the high desert, or not really high desert. I can't say that. We're in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. So we're in the desert. Very dry here. I can get away with it. Depending on your barometric pressure, how the weather is where you live, you may find yourself going a little bit higher, a little bit lower. But I always suggest trying to find your way around that, 20 to 25 max psi. You'll find people that can spray at any given level and get good results. So your mileage may vary, and that's fine. Just do what you're comfortable with. I've been airbrushing for a long time, so the ability to control at this pressure for anything I'm doing, close-in detail work, far back, whatever I want, is really easy for me. So, yeah, that's what I wanted.
Bud says I definitely need brush cleaning discipline. Yeah?
Don't we all? Hulk-a-dulk! Big red bro. Blue shadows. Plumb in between.
Little Billy says, have y'all been to Flagstaff recently? Might be heading back there on a trip and need to know how much suffering I'll be in from the weather. No, I haven't been there. But
Flagstaff's always nice.
It's probably not too bad.
It's usually hot, but they at least get a cool breeze, and at night it cools off because of the elevation.
Yeah.
Flagstaff's always more moderate than here, and then brutal in the winter.
Game Delay says, I ordered the Expert Artists acrylics today. Then I walked outside, but it seems like they haven't arrived yet. Game Delay. Very soon.
If I could give 0 stars, I would.
We can't.
Ordered today, hasn't been
We
here,
tried.
hasn't arrived yet.
We're on it. We're on it, Game Delay.
1 out of 10 would not recommend. Hit pay, no product. What kind of store is this? All right, back to the lighter color.
Now, Nibling says, when I want to clean my brushes, I will make a hobby company and get an employee to clean them. Nibling, that's
You're
one
learning.
way to do it.
You're learning.
Oh, Ultimate says, I live in West Texas. It's quite dry. I do find lower PSI to be my go-to zone. I haven't tried airbrushing any pro acryl paints yet, but I have some coming soon. Nice. Any tips for them through the airbrush?
As you're seeing, just use them. They're spectacular. Really, you don't have to think about it too much. Don't have to overthink it.
Game Delay says, I'm not blaming you, Monument Hobbies. I'm just impatient. Hey, that's okay. We understand. Little Billy says, I fired Chris months ago, and he's still here. It takes a while.
Does take a while. Yeah.
There's processes for all of these things, Little Billy.
Does take a minute to kick in.
I have
Kick in
delayed.
correctly.
I have delayed your personal order. Game Delay. False. I have not done that. Our fulfillment team is hard at work to get you your order immediately.
That I like a lot. That worked out well. Bing.
Bushman says, I'm way late. Stuff came on time. Nice.
So there's our Bullet Angels red. Ta-da.
Agrippa says, I totally blame Chris. Hey, whoa.
You should.
Take it easy.
Always.
You should never do that.
Always blame Chris.
This is a big chonky boy that we're painting up today. Speaking of chonky boys.
Welcome, everyone. Now you're calling him fat. I don't agree with this. You called him, like, what did you call him? You called him, like,
He's a chonky boy.
you said they were moldy or something earlier? He's like, speaking of mold.
No, I know.
Yes.
I'm talking
fungus. He said, speaking of fungus.
Somebody
and made
said
me say,
that.
welcome, everybody. That's not the way we do this. And he said, speaking of fat folks, welcome,
Okay.
everybody.
No. Somebody said these things in chat, and I repeat the chat. Somebody said this guy's a chonky boy. Where'd you get him?
Chad, I'm not doing it anymore.
But we don't.
I
talk
respect
about
you too
anything.
much. I'm not doing it. He's leading me down this path, and I'm not doing it anymore. I respect you too much.
I look forward to painting my chonky Dark Angels when my Saturnine gets here. There's going to be lots of checkerboarding on those shoulders.
Lots of checkerboarding. I was like, oh, God. I'm not doing it. He didn't put the little scroll work on mine, so that's kind of cool, I guess.
I don't know where.
I didn't get the scroll work. I think we had that conversation, and he told me, "Oh yeah, I can do it with or without. What do you want?" I was like, "I don't care."
We don't know what you're talking about.
Kyle's building it, so
We're in the future, I guess. Is it a 3D print, or did you guys get some early access?
this is an early release. Yeah, see, TK, today you've been called Fungus Chunky. What's next? I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
He carries all his extra weight in the deltoids.
He really
delay,
does.
I guess. Okay, I have been seeing
It's like the silliest, like,
you seen
you know, the
silly
old
memes?
superhero, superpowered team in the 90s had this trope where you would have like the guy with guns, the guy with the claws,
Sure.
right? The chick with the magic, right? There'd be some other the guy with the wings, or the one that could fly, and then the really big one that made no sense, like was just enormous. It was everybody's version of the Hulk, except they took it to like insane steroided out levels. Like the Image Comics guys just took it to these levels where it's like, what is that?
This I'm very curious. It's funny because I've been seeing the memes on this thing of like how the Space Marine is like are in these new Terminators, or the dreadnoughts. Just some of the poses people have been putting them in are silly. Like
this one is at least better anatomically than the old Terminators. You know, like because when you look at where we've come, chat, from this.
It's so
like
silly.
Homeboy's body is in pain.
Homeboy's body is not
in here. That doesn't even work. Right? First, they ripped out all of his intestines. Then you look at something like this, and this is actually really good. Right?
Yeah,
so
that's
these big boys are pretty good anatomically, but the Saturnine guys are too.
Is this
the head might be a little bit small. They tend to do that in Warhammer anyway.
Is this like a history thing? Like, was the Saturnine, were they earlier? Were they later? I don't know any of this.
Something that Vulcan, I don't know what they've retconned it to, but I was going to show somebody I forgot, I apologize. Somebody was asking about the Dark Angel stuff, and this is what I did. I don't know that I knew they called it Storm Gray, but I like the idea of their black being somewhere like a hybrid between black and green. So that's what I did.
Yeah.
Right, is just a really dark armor that reads as, you know, kind of this really deep, faded green, black. And that's what I did my entire 30K army like.
Yeah, these models, they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. They're pretty chunky.
Okie doke. Now
Robin
it's miles
Denton
and
says,
miles of
hi,
guess
Chris,
what?
or hi, Jason, and the lovely Chris. Just watched your vehicle weathering video and wondering
Lovely Chris?
Oh,
who
thank
are we
you,
talking about?
Robin. Already on my top 10 list.
What?
Wonder what colors would you use to get the same effect in black armored vehicles? Ooh. The vehicle weathering.
Whenever you do the scratches on black, it's going to be more difficult. Your best bet is to do it in kind of a, I like using like a rusty brown, like a warm brown or something like that to do all of the chipping effects. And then you highlight them and go as normal. There's a world where you could scrape it down to like bare metal and have it done in like a metallic paint. I don't like that. I prefer to do like a rusty chip, you know, because black's still painted over a primer of some sort at that point. So I feel like you're better suited to go that route.
So Jason doesn't, this is Call Me Moldsen. Do you think this kind of model would benefit from sub-assembly painting? For some reason, whenever I do sub-assembly in order to make things easier and speed up the whole process, I end up leaving the project because there's too much work with all the parts.
Huh, yeah, definitely.
You don't really do a whole lot of sub-assembly in general.
Nah, if a model has big wings, then I typically will, but you've seen me do that to where I painted the wings on the damn model anyway.
Or if you physically can't get to a spot on the model.
Yeah, it really has to be something more like that. Like there would be something that was covering it up.
The Fusiliers that from Age of Sigmar have shields literally right in front of them.
Yeah, and then stuff like when I did this, and I did the owl separate from the pile of bodies, right? Because it made sense to not have to paint all that at the same time.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've done that kind of stuff. But typically, I don't like sub-assemblies. Like I said, wings, sometimes the bigger the model is, the more I will take a look at removing things, just because handling it on stream sometimes is very difficult for me. So that's always a thing, because we paint so much on the live stream.
Right.
Sometimes I just have to take an honest gander at it and say, oh, you know, I can't hold this. You know, I can't hold it and keep it in frame and not kill it. So
that's the thing, because he's also painting for the camera too, so it's something that we just have to do.
Yeah, so there's some rules like that, but I can't think. I mean, looking around here, there's nothing that I've really
You paint pretty much
worried
everything
about
on there.
painting in sub-assemblies at all.
Plus, it's kind of, I don't know, it's more like for me, it's more instant gratification.
Yeah.
Like, get it built and then paint it.
Yeah, I'm still a kid at heart, so for me,
Like,
it
you want to
really
play with it
is.
sooner.
It's like I want it to be done.
Are you excited for 40K, Jason, or like, meh, maybe?
40K?
I'm sorry, 30K.
30K?
Yeah.
I mean,
I just about to finish my kill team. I'm almost done.
Dark yellow green. Let it begin. Let
Gratification
the pain
makes.
begin.
Oh yes, gratification makes a big difference. Yeah, call me, Moldson. I'm 100% there with you. I just want it done and built. My Gargants being the example.
Yeah, to some extent. I mean, I just like the model being finished. For me, there's also a world where I can tell what's going on with a model when all the parts are locked together. Whereas if I subassembly it, it's easier to forget about the part that isn't there when you're painting. And it makes it hard to then create the full composition sometimes. So I don't think in that way very often. But I know people that subassemble all sorts of crap. You know, they've got like 5 different pieces of this model that they painted, and they put it all together at the end, and they're not worried about the join lines and, you know, how it's all going to go together and all that. I typically find that to be more of a stressor for me than it's worth. So you don't see me doing it very often.
Jason, any pro level tips here on painting trim?
Don't do it. Buy models that don't have it.
Okay, so for real though, I think a lot of people get to this step and they get intimidated, or I don't want to say discouraged, but it's like, oh, I got a lot of trim to paint. What are your pro tips, even if it means motivation, but like how do you start trim?
Like this, you just grab the paint and start going at it. There's a lot of it on a lot of models, right? We work in this world where there is so much trim, especially on GW models.
So much trim. And
so, you know, you're going to wind up painting a lot of it. I just grab the brush and start. That's usually, like, as you see, that's the first thing I go after. Now, I'm a fan of saying, you know what, don't play around. Don't say, oh, you know what, I'm afraid of the trim. I'm going to go paint everything else first. No, I say dive right into it, because you don't have to finish it. Right? You could do what I'm going to do, which is just block it out. One of the first things I like to do when I've done heavy airbrushing on a model like this model's got some scale to him. He's a big boy. And so at the end of the day, I'm only going to block out all of the overspray of airbrush is my goal. Right? Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to finish like all the non-metallic gold on him all at once. That would be mind-numbing. Yeah. But if I can get the green on this part and then like brown on the leather parts and, you know, Payne's gray back on the other parts with the metal where I want to do silvers and things like that, then it gives me a better perspective on the model and just piece it together like that. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Remember, I'm always a fan of not completing any one part of the model until you're ready to finish everything. And if you take that mentality, then you can kind of just throw a color on parts and then come back to it later. But it gives you some progression.
Yeah. Well, no, that makes sense.
You know, if you play video games, take your video game mentality, right? You don't like playing video games. Most of us don't like playing video games, that don't give us some sort of reward for everything we do.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Some of them get maniacal about it. Like every time you walk 10 steps, you get some new loot, right?
Yeah.
And people love that. So, you know, think about that reward versus time spent and what do you need it to be? Then I'll take something like this and put the base coat on it and be able to see, you know, further down the road very quickly, as opposed to telling myself, oh, I got to finish all this trim and then doing all of it at once. That's a pain.
Robin says, my tips for painting trim is just get to it and don't think about it too much. I genuinely enjoy trim these days. I know how much of a big step it is to get done. Yeah, I agree with you there, Robin. Just got to do it.
Yeah.
Because then once it's done, it's done.
I mean, this is a Therapy Thursday conversation, because isn't that a lot like everything in life?
Yeah, man.
If you just get the stuff you don't want to do out of the way, you don't have to worry about it anymore.
You've mentioned that. Unpaid bills.
Unpaid bills.
That will increase your enjoyment for this hobby 1,000%. I did that.
A little focus. I feel like I'm a little blurry.
Sure. Let me refone. There we go.
That feel better to you?
Yeah.
Can you pop in real close and make sure? Still seems out to me. Might just be the airbrush.
There you go.
If you're comfortable with it, I'm good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm it's a great question because I think process is always something where you can spend too much time analyzing it, looking at all the crap you don't want to do, and then it makes the model something you don't want to do. When it's something like this, it has a lot of chinguses on it, a lot of doohickeys. So you just have to be careful because that mind state, right, will put you out of enthusiastic.
Right. Put paint on the
kill
model.
your enthusiasm. And that's the thing you're trying not to do.
Chuck, welcome in. Game Delay says, once it's done, it's done. Now I've learned that lesson. I'll have to learn to... Yeah, you'll have to learn it. Once you've learned that lesson, I'll have to learn it. Yep. It's something that you just have to do and learn. Once it's done, it's done.
I tell the story about how as a kid, I thought the worst thing in the world was when my mom told me to sweep the porch. It was such an interruption to my kid fun time. I don't want to sweep the porch. I want to play. Well, I didn't have video games, but, I wanted to do whatever it was I was doing that wasn't sweeping the porch.
Yeah.
And I would bitch and moan and huff and puff and sit out there with a broom in my hand like, I hate this. My parents suck. Worst life ever. And my mom would just laugh at me. She'd be like, if you just get it done. And as a kid, you don't want to hear that. It's like, but I don't want to do it. And you'd see like all the time I wasted not getting it done was valuable time I could have been doing the things I liked doing. And it's no different painting. There's always going to be something, if it's, you don't like doing backgrounds and you're painting canvas, you're painting on a canvas and you hate doing the backgrounds, but you love doing the characters and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
There's always going to be something that's part of whatever your hobby it is. If you like woodworking, it's all great until you have to clean up the shop, right? So you got to suck the dust up.
I guess that's a good point.
Right? And it's like everything we do that's fun has probably got some sort of negative connotation to it. I love to cook. I hate to clean, but just get it done. And then you have more time to do the thing you love. So no different for trim or anything else in the hobby. Just get it done. Push it along. Find out a way to get it done that is comfortable for you. Like I said, do it in batches, paint the green on there like we'll do here, and then go back and do the gold stuff, do a layer of paint at a time. Eventually it'll suck you in, and you'll be like, oh, now it's looking good, and then it doesn't matter anymore.
Right. Do you have a good workup for candles, says Chaos Angel?
For what?
Candles.
What color is the candle?
Yeah, what color candles?
That's my first question.
Ooh, Valhalla Painting. Thank you so much for that raid. Welcome in, Raiders.
I mean, candles can be whatever color you want them to be. So generally, I paint them in a more desaturated color because of the fact that they're kind of a translucent wax in my head.
A translucent okay, yeah.
Right, wax you can see through or light shines through it. So you paint them a little bit more desaturated, not as vibrant colors, although you can do whatever you want. Yeah, and then where the wick is melting or where it's melting around the wick, then I do a lighter version of whatever color the candle that I painted is. Pretty simple.
What color is the candle? Bone colored? ? Says Game Delay. That's the first thing that came to. Oh, Chaos Angel says just a basic kind of white yellow candle.
Yeah, so just like painting it like skull bone kind of colors works really well. Base it in something like dark ivory, and then work up to ivory is good. And then use like the bright ivory at the very top where it's starting to melt. You can imagine that some of the color goes out of the wax once it melts and burns and drips down. So you can play that. That root works well.
Oh man, I had a bad idea. A wizard's butt sending candle. So I had quick story time. I had a buddy who worked at a company who made candles, right? And they made a joke candle for April Fools or something, where the top of the candle that they put smelled great, and as you burned it for several hours, they got into like a poo smelling scent. And the joke was like, because if you burn the candle for long enough, maybe for like days, you turn it on and off, one day it just smells bad, and you're like, where's the smell coming from?
I love layered. I love the idea of layered scent on a candle.
That's
like
what
at
it
one
was.
point it just turns into horrible.
That's what it was. That was the joke. Is like, it smells good for a long time, and then all of a sudden it's just poo.
All of those are horrible to burn, so I don't do them.
Chaos Angel says, "Cool. I give that a shot. Thanks." Yeah. Hey, the Mo, we know Mo.
We do know Mo.
Turn the candle off. Did I hear that right, Christopher? Yes, Chuck the Mead Man, fellow brother. I said that exactly. I said that right there, right to your face. Turn the candle off. You got to turn it off. It's the same thing in my mind. It was on and then it was off.
It's not wrong.
Mo said, anyone else thought this candle story was going somewhere else? Maybe, Mo.
What candle story?
The one I just told.
Oh.
You were in trim land.
I was not paying any attention to you.
Excuse me.
Which is fairly typical.
Painting trim.
Fairly typical.
I only get one of those. Just finished 2 spearmen, 18 done, 24 more to go. Nibling, that sounds like an army to me. Raiders, welcome in. We're painting up some trim currently right now.
Yeah.
Starting the process of non-metallic gold for these Angels in the Dark.
I do all the Dark Angels gold starting with greens.
Dark yellow green.
Dark yellow green into yellow green into yellow ochre, and then using the pale yellows into the yellow ochre, so I get a real faded, more natural.
It's super
kind
cool.
Of gold instead of the orangish. Gold.
I'm into it. Robin, yes, I would imagine he is going for full non-metallic metal on this chunky lad.
Sucks, doesn't it? This whole army is that way.
Well, that's kind of the thing. I think all of these models are like that. Which is, if that's your gig, cool, man. Good for you.
If you're a crazy person.
If you're a crazy person.
Own it. Be crazy. Paint your whole army non-metallic metal. Do custodes. Who cares? Who can tell you?
Do we have a methodology for the gold workup recipe?
On these guys?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know we have a video for the white helmet.
I'm going to look really quick.
We use this guy. Maybe we did do the gold as a thing.
Look. I'm going to check our methodologies page, which is right here.
We could definitely do it off of this guy again.
Everybody check this out. Yep. That's where I'm looking right now. That's our methodologies. If you ever need a quick reference link, there you go. I don't think so, question mark. I'm not seeing it.
Yeah, I don't remember doing one for it, but weirder things have happened. We did the how to paint a white helmet off of him. Off of the assault trooper.
I think so.
I think we did the Blood Angels red.
No, I don't see the gold. But you are in luck. If you would like, depending on what kind of size model you have, we have a lot of the VODs. We do a lot of non-metallic gold. So check out the thumbnail. There's most likely, if you see it starting with a crazy looking color of yellows or greens and oranges and all of that, and purples, then it goes to gold. We did that on El Tonio, El Tigre, at the beginning of the year.
He was also used a bunch of purple.
Yes, you did. That was a long time ago, chat.
But yeah, I'm a big fan of gold starting in greens.
Mm-hmm.
I learned this weekend from Aaron Lovejoy, who never trust Aaron Lovejoy. I learned this weekend from Aaron Lovejoy that bad guy gold starts with green and good guy gold starts with oranges.
Bad guy gold starts with green. What was the theory behind that?
That's just some nonsense he was spewing.
Really?
Yeah. 100%. I didn't make this up.
No, I think I agree. Bad guy gold starts with green. Okay. It's more darker. It's like a darker gold. It's a more earthy. A little bit more ominous. right? Anybody out there?
No,
Nope.
not at all.
Got it?
Incorrect.
Perfect.
Incorrect.
I need to just get Cassian just says I need to just get over myself and do some non-metallic metal. Yes. I just sit there and talk myself out of it every time.
Give it a shot.
Just do it. Just do it.
Give it a shot. I think I'm going to do this gorget in gold just because I'm a masochist.
Oh my gosh. Hey, do what you want, Jason.
Well, I'm looking at
That's
it.
what you've taught us.
It has a level change, and I don't know that it makes sense that it would just be the same color as the armor. So he's a praetor. He's a master of his craft.
A master of his craft, so of course his gorget is going to be gold.
Why wouldn't he have like a very fancy gorget?
Yes, I guess the thing with non-metallic gold is that it's intimidating at first, and all you have to do is practice it. That's it. You just have to practice it. Watch some of our tutorials on it. We have a beautiful non-metallic gold tutorial, which I will link.
Yeah, find a style of painting non-metallic that you like, that you understand from somebody that you watch, whether it's us or another artist you enjoy or somebody you just find randomly on the internet. There's a lot of people out there who have a lot of different ways to talk about painting it, and then where you should start and how you should do it. And one of those will click, right? I'm a firm believer that we all learn differently. So I may say something in a way that just doesn't even click for you at all. It's like, what the hell did that old man just say? I didn't understand any of that. We have people here, raise your hands. You know who I'm talking about. We have people that have been watching this stream for nearly a decade, and probably still have not tried non-metallic.
Oh yeah, me included.
Right, and that's fine.
Yep.
You don't have to paint it.
It's not that I don't, like, personally going off of that, it's not that I don't want to. It's also like, oh, I like metallic paints, right? Yeah. Non-metallic gold is definitely, or like non-metallic metal is, hopefully we demystify it here for you. So give it a whirl.
It's the understanding of reflection. So we call it reflective surface painting rather than non-metallic metal a lot. We'll use that term, but in reality, it's learning to paint reflective surfaces, because don't limit yourself to thinking just in terms of metal. Think in terms of what shiny plastic or glass would look like. Because if you've ever painted the cockpit on your battle mechs for Battletech or anything like that, you've done a similar thing. If you've ever painted jewels on Eldar or something like that, you've already done it, right? You've already painted non-metallic metal because you've painted a reflective surface. It's taking that and applying it to the shape of whatever is metal, right? Because a lot of people, when they learn to paint things like gemstones, they're learning to paint a gemstone out of a white dwarf type thing, or from somebody on the internet that's painting that shape. And they say, first thing you do is you paint this base coat. Then you paint a little semicircle here. And then you paint a half moon here of this color. And then you put a dot.
Yeah.
And it looks great.
Yep.
But what they haven't taught you is how to paint anything other than the shape of that gem, right? So the first thing you need to start getting comfortable with when you're painting reflective surfaces like non-metallic or gems is how light reflects off of all different types of shapes. Not just the teardrop of the gem on your model, but understand why those colors are going in those locations. Right? Why is he doing, he or she doing like a semicircle of color in one location and then a dot and all that stuff? Why is it placed where it is? That kind of stuff. That'll be what really helps you. I feel like this whole plate wants to be gold, so it is.
George has a great question here. Where is it? I just had it. Here we go. What are some good models and colors for practicing non-metallic metal?
That's a great question. I'm very partial to our texture trainers because they have a lot of areas where you can practice, and they're made for that.
Yeah.
They're a little bit bigger in scale than like the Space Marine I'm painting right here, so they give you some room to I hope feel a little bit more comfortable trying it. But they are big, so if you're not comfortable with big models, that might not be the case. But taking this one, right, and like the armor on the warrior, and you can start practicing your reflections like we've done here, Right. This was Mashik from Flame On Miniatures who started this one, and I've used it as a tool to show blending. And just last week we picked it up and showed glaze blending of the layers like he puts together. So it gives you a lot of metal, a lot of intricate shapes, but something as simple as like the axe blade that you could start from there. Zip, pop in real close,
Yeah.
because I want to show people that this is not even blended. That's literally layers of color.
Yeah, they're just lines.
Look at all of this, and look how good it looks, even
Yeah.
though it's just lines of color. So learning to place your reflections on surfaces is the biggest thing to making it look reflective. Realize then blending is just a technique you need to do to refine it. But if you could do what he's done here and get that shine laid out, then you get what looks pop back out. From the 3-foot level, looks like shiny metal, ta-da, but it's just a bunch of lines of color.
Especially from way out here.
Oh yeah, it's just at the
really
3-foot test, it looks great, but it isn't even done. Not even anywhere near done. And that's really where the practice begins. And so I like big models like that where you can practice because you can do big chunky strokes.
Our texture trainers are great for that.
Yeah, you can get as detailed as you want. Whereas if you start with a smaller model, you won't be able to get as detailed as you may want to. And you may limit the way that you learn and practice. So bigger the better, I think, on the models. You could do something like this guy's big and chunky, has a lot of good surface area on him.
Yep.
A dreadnought, something like that. A throwaway model. That has something that feels like it would be a hard surface armor or sword or something like that, so that you're not painting cloth in non-metallic metal. You want to make sure it has the right shape, because your brain will fight you all along if you try to make cloth non-metallic metal.
Yeah, and going back to what Jason said, that's definitely what our texture trainers can help you do. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've reprimed our texture trainers over and over again when Jordan does a methodology or a short, right? Like, that's what those texture trainers are for. Plus, they have a lot of different surfaces, so you can definitely practice on those. The shoulder is a great place to work for it. Yeah. Flamon is pretty dang good.
He's all right. He's all right.
Every time I see a video or miniature, that blows me away and makes me want to stop painting all together.
From Magic?
Yeah, says Poop Dentist.
He spends a lot of time.
Yeah, you got to separate yourself from that because that's what he does. That's him.
That's his professional life. He supports his entire family by doing it.
That's his livelihood.
He doesn't paint armies. He paints miniatures.
And sometimes shoulders of miniatures.
Yeah.
To show examples.
Yeah, exactly. And, so don't let that bother you. Only compare your work against your last work. Current miniature you're painting, only judge it against the last miniature you painted. Keep your sanity.
Ghoul Studio says, nah, seeing Flamon's work just makes me work harder.
There you go.
That's a good way of doing it. It's definitely inspirational, too, if you come at it that way. It's like, ooh, I could get there just with practice and insanity.
100%. 100%. Holy trim-a-moly.
Jason does this to himself.
I did. Well, I mean...
But I guess there's no other way to do it, Jason.
Technically, I could blame the model, because, this is not my fault.
Are you going to blame the model?
Yeah.
Got it.
Blame
Philip says, just get it done. Oh, wow. Philip coming in strong. When it's done, it's done. Well, Philip just painted a bunch of trim, too, so it's probably really fresh for him.
Yes. The wound is still open for Philip. And Philip loves chaos. So
well, and that's what T. Schmid was saying. It's like, well, this is what happens when you pick chaos. Philip says, no, I just put down the base black. I still need to finish all the trim. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
That's on your kill team, right?
Oh, it wasn't chaos. It was my MK3 Imperial Fists. Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's been painting this stuff on his kill team, too.
Yeah.
I thought.
I don't think he
Maybe
started
he just put them together.
He just put those together, I think. Yes, it is Christmas in July. Game delay? What a beautiful segue. Everybody take out your little calendars or whatever you do to remind yourself about important dates. Because in 4 days from now, technically, 4 to 3.5-ish days, we will be having Christmas in July. We are doing a giveaway, a white elephant giveaway on Friday. We will not be here Thursday because we have an all-company meeting.
Christopher.
Mm-hmm.
Friday's not 4 days away.
Huh?
Friday isn't 4 days away.
Well, how many days is it?
What is today?
Today's Tuesday.
Right.
Oh, I'm including today. No, it's 3 days away. Technically, 3 days away. Today's still young, Jason.
No, it's not, actually.
Oh, we have many hours left in today. Anyway, so Christmas in July. Be there because it's going to be fun. We're going to have some fun times. This place is going to look a whole lot different come Friday during the day.
I don't know what to think about any of
I
this.
bought myself a portable AC. I'm going to bring it in here to get it really cold for Jason to get him in the mood. So I literally bought a portable swamp cooler. Oh, it might not work though because it's too humid this week. I take it all back.
To get me in the mood for what?
Winter, holiday, Christmas.
I'm just not sure about any of this now.
You'll like it. You'll dance.
I feel like I'm very afraid of what you and Jen discussed the other day.
We had a great meeting.
I'm sure you did.
It was
That's
awesome.
my fear.
I will have everybody on their edge of their seat. Seated edge.
You'll pay for the whole
I will
seat,
edge
but you'll
the
only
no.
need
I mean,
the edge.
You can do whatever you want on Christmas in July because it doesn't exist, but ours does. It's gonna be fun. Put it on your calendar. 2 sleeps away, but I like that. Thank you.
It's 3 sleeps away. What are you talking about? You
Not
don't sleep on Wednesdays
Not
or
the
Thursdays?
Bud's pulling an all-nighter, it sounds like,
Oh.
on one of these nights. Michael Holtz, I'm watching from my phone in a meeting. Is that metallic, or are you abusing yourself with non-metallic workup? Michael Holtz, he is abusing himself. This is on Jason.
This is my Blood Angels
It'll
army.
look-
This is what they
now,
look like. I am not changing it.
To be fair, this is going to be a dope model in this scheme, right? Like, it's going to look sweet. It's going to take some time, chap, but we're here for the ride. We're here for the journey and the process.
The army will never be finished, but it will be fun as we don't finish it.
No, I don't.
It'll look great as we fail to finish it.
Nibling says, I want to fill out a survey on Christmas in July. Well. Nibling,
Uh-oh, look
who
out.
knows what will happen on
Guess
Christmas
who's playing
in July.
right into Chris's plan there.
Who knows what will happen on the 25th of July. Christmas Eve is on Thursday for all of you who didn't know. So, anyway, we're going to have some fun. Do some painting. Do some summer giveaways. And by summer, I mean winter. It's going to be a fun time.
No, you just said it's Christmas in July, so you can't turn the season against us, too. It's still
Whole
summer.
thing. Yep. It's all mindset, Jason. It's all a beautiful mindset.
I knew this was a problem.
Speaking of mindsets,
Welcome, everybody.
we are so glad you're here. Painting up some chunky boys today. Doing some gold trim. Yesterday, Jordan and I were painting up some Doc Ock, so go check that out. We were doing some painting over a Zenithal. Did that also on Friday. Had some fun, me and Jordan. Plus, we learned a lot. I learned a lot.
Did chat
So-
have fun?
I think chat did have fun. You guys are asking a lot of good questions, and you were I was loving the Prussian blue on Captain America. So hopefully you were all enjoying that as much as I was. The Punisher says, wait, is it winter in July as well? Really looking forward to the cooler weather you just promised us. It's all, like I said, Punisher, it's all a mindset.
Here we go.
All a beautiful mindset.
I would like to step in.
What would you like to step into, Jason?
For Monument Hobbies and say that the beliefs of the producer of this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of Monument Hobbies.
And we
Monument
also...
Hobbies does not believe it is miraculously going to get cold in July just because you will it to be so.
I challenge that motion. Game delay? Where's the game delay when I need them? I challenge that motion. Doctor, let's look at the weather on Friday.
We had a vagrant steal the copper out of our HVAC unit over our office, so it ain't going to get any cooler just if I wish it to be.
I thought that was the silliest thing in my mind. Obviously, it sucks. Don't get me wrong. But I'm like, come on, man. Like, dang it. Somebody took our precious metals. We've been raided.
So dumb. So dumb.
So silly. Bag of Krill Christmas? No. I said that 2054 on Bag of Krill. No, I did not steal anything from our ACs. We'll make that very clear immediately.
Yeah, we caught the guy on video on the company security cams.
Game delay says sustain, overruled. I wasn't paying attention. I appreciate it, game delay. Yes, let me be clear. We do not control the weather here at Monument Hobbies, just so that you all are on the same page.
Don't have any false expectations going into
I say that for legal purposes.
Christmas in July.
But if you think hard enough and you wish it hard enough, it'll be cold. Anyway, we're going to have a fun time. For all of you just now tuning in,
Hi.
welcome.
Hi.
Where have you been? If you just
Hi.
got in here for a raid,
How are
we're
you?
Monument
Hi.
Hobbies. This is Jason.
Hi.
I'm Christopher. We make all the beautiful hobby products you see in front of you, including the paint, Pro Acryl. Check us out. Here's a little link if you didn't know. It's called The Store. You can get all the goody gumdrops there.
Goody gumdrops.
That's right. I've been compiling a beautiful list of royalty-free music for Friday. So,
Really?
of course.
We're going to have music?
Just at the beginning. Everything else I have put in your call sheet to sing.
Oh.
O Tannenbaum, Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad.
See, that's what I'm saying. We don't need
Feliz
anything,
Navidad.
right? Is Hunting Heresy? Thank you so much. Welcome in, first time chat. We're so glad you're here. Is there an official taste tester for the color range?
Yes. Wait, no.
False. We do not eat paint. We do not condone eating the paint. Our lawyer is in chat right now. I don't think so. Game delay. My fictitious lawyer is.
You want to know what's really funny? Our attorney plays Warhammer.
I don't think that's funny. I think that's fate. I think that's...
It's really weird. He and his son paint Warhammer together.
I think...
We did not know that going in. It was in our interview with the attorney, with the law firm, and they were like, wait a minute. The guy that was in there was like, wait a minute. So are we talking about like for Warhammer? And I go, yeah. And he goes, oh my God, I love you.
We got to get him on stream one of these days.
No, we really don't.
Yes, this is dark yellow green he is using for the
Dark
base.
yellow green.
And now, what other colors would you use besides dark yellow green if you're going to mix it up for the base? But you typically start here, right?
What do you mean?
So if I'm painting non-metallic gold,
Uh-huh.
what other base could I start with instead of dark yellow green?
Purple.
Purple?
It's
Okay.
kind of cool, but purple. I like doing purple into magenta for gold, but it's kind of a magical gold that I would do in certain instances where I was doing like more fantasy models. I really like that. Like burnt orange works great. Browns, burnt oranges. The dark golden brown is fantastic for it.
Yep.
So tons. You know, I typically look at gold as either starting from greens or browns, and in browns I include oranges. So, you know, you could start with burnt sienna. You could start with dark flesh. You could start with warm brown. World is your oyster if you want to go in that direction. That will give you more of what I consider to be a gold-plated gold. You know? It's going to look a little less realistic in the long run because gold typically doesn't have that much of an orangish flare until you make it Hollywood.
Hollywood, where the streets are paved with gold.
I tend to prefer green.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can do orange over the top of the green if you want.
Apparently, green undertones means you're a villain.
That's according to lying liars who lie.
There's got to be some theory behind that.
I'm sure
I could see it, like the tone, right?
Don't you side with them.
I could truly see it, though. Like warm is a little bit more approachable, so
Don't
maybe your
you
hero's got some oranger or lighter undertone.
Dare,
green is more of like goblins and fierce reality.
Don't you stop it right now.
Game delay says, as not your attorney with a little trademark, which I freaking love. I have to consult you, counsel you, Do not eat the paint. Thank you. Awkward says most Disney villains have neon green associated with them in some sort.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Green is like poison and.
But green is also for the good guy, says Awkwardish. Right, like the Green Lantern. Oh wait, Poop Tempest, you literally just said that. Yeah, and Green Lantern. Not all goblins are evil. This is true. My goblins are typically evil, or more fell-spawned, forces of evil nature.
Which goblins are not evil?
Good goblins. The good ones, I guess, question mark. There's some good goblins out there.
Like what?
Doesn't Harry Potter got good goblins?
Oh, that's true.
I think.
That's
Harry
true.
Potter universe got some. We
true.
got... yeah, there's some good goblins out there.
Dobby.
Dobby. Is Dobby a goblin?
Gave him a
No, he's an elf.
Oh, is he an elf?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, then I don't know that there are good goblins in Harry Potter. I
I think so.
He didn't look like an elf. He looked like a goblin.
Gamely says, how would you take a blue base up into gold? Question mark. A blue base. Like a dark blue base? Maybe like a Payne's Gray into gold? Could you?
Yeah, 100%. You can start maneuvering it through like an orange and keep it as a shadow is typically what I would do. Into the yellow. You need something to bridge the yellow so you don't green it out too much, but you could, right? You could go blue into green into yellow. That makes for a nice, easy transition because it's expected, so to speak.
What about the banker goblins? And then Michael Holt says, they're bankers. Goblins ain't good.
Yeah, that's right. Goblins were the bankers.
There's an innuendo for you. Little Easter egg. Wow. There's a lot of trim on this guy, but he's going to look great.
There is quite a bit.
No, now that you paint more of it, it seems like less, right?
It's just very, I can't even say it's super intricate. It's just delicate trim for where it is.
Sure.
You know?
Our
So
palette's looking mighty clean with just a couple little paints
green.
on there.
With green.
A little bit of green. Mighty clean with some green. I've gotten into a good rhythm for you all. Cleaning off this palette.
I feel like that doesn't have, oh yeah, it does kind of, maybe? I don't know what's going on back there.
If you're all just now tuning in, we're so glad you're here. Mark your calendars. This Friday, Christmas in July.
Christmas in July.
We're doing some giveaways. We're doing some painting.
They're forcing me to give you guys all sorts of stuff.
You're going to see some faces you haven't seen in a while. Could be some fun, win-win, happy times.
Really?
Maybe.
Who else is going to be on the show?
Who knows? It's going to be a surprise for Jason, too.
Dadgummit.
We could have. It's Christmas in July, not just for you, chat, but also for Jason.
No.
I'm going to get him into the Christmas spirit.
I do not approve.
I'm going to have to cancel our Friday meeting, Jason.
What? Fantastic. Oh, I mean,
you're
rats.
welcome. First of all, you're welcome. Or it might be just a head poke where I just come in there and I'll be like, hey, stream
rats,
next week.
Chris. I enjoy
you want to know what?
That time is so enjoyable for me. How dare you take it away?
You want to know what stream is next week? More trim. More non-metallic gold.
That could also be the case.
It's happening right now. Our meeting is happening right now.
Could also be the case.
No, Mr. Mr.
More
Horace of the Hair.
More here. Trim. Who knew?
Painting up some Tomlinators. Whatever you want.
Who knew?
So, that's what we're doing next week. This week's also particular because we also have an all-staff meeting on Thursday. So we will not be streaming on Thursday, but we will be here. Game Delay says, Face I haven't seen in a while. Will I be on stream? Get on over here.
Who had the over-under on whether or not I was painting these studs gold?
I was going to ask you if you were going to do that, and now you are.
I want to know who from chat was out there taking bets, because you got to split the winnings with me.
Yes, next week is Gen Con. We will be there. A crew will be there. Jason, what day are you going to Gen Con next week? You going Friday?
I'm there. I fly in Friday evening.
Okay, cool.
And then I fly out Sunday early. So I'm only there for a day. Only there for Saturday.
What did Chris do that they had to have a big company meeting? Nothing, Nibling. I believe in very efficient meetings.
He does do that.
I do. I respect people's time. Not saying that the other meetings respect time. I'm just saying I've been told. Yes, Jen is going to be here on Friday. Jen is going to be the wonderful
studio.
host alongside me, and then Jason's gonna sing and dance for you.
I refuse.
I refuse. I second that motion. D Fresh, do we need a painting stream bingo card? Bingo's coming at another point. I've thought about that and given that some thought. Bingo at some point. Brock asks as a question, what do you guys think of the new Voltan wave? I especially love the Mirror Strategist. I don't know how to pronounce that. The Votan? Oh, those are the Space Dwarves.
Yes.
What do you think, Jason?
What about him?
What do you like them?
I'm not a fan.
You're not a big fan?
Not a fan of Votan. I thought I would be. I got the box set when they first came out, and we painted the armor for one of them on stream.
Anna, that's awesome.
And I just wasn't into it. It wasn't...
not a big fan?
Wasn't a big fan.
Anna says, I'm entering into a minute competition. It'll be my second competition at Gen Con. Very nice.
Awesome.
Good luck to you. I know that can be intimidating sometimes, getting a
100%.
piece of
You've already won by deciding you'll do it.
Yep.
My opinion.
Absolutely. Anna says, the stream has helped me a lot with my painting confidence. That's awesome.
That means the world.
We love to hear that.
I'm glad.
That's what we want for you guys and gals. We just want you to get painting, and especially when it comes to competition, have the confidence and just know that you'll always get better if you practice.
I enjoy this so much that for me, it's just a matter of, like, if I could just have everybody out there experience the joy of going away into painting something, it's amazing.
Yeah. That's a good message.
All right.
How do you feel, Jason?
Silly things. Yes, I do. Okay, come it.
I love that you're talking to yourself through this. Like,
that's the way this.
He's powering through, chat. Here, we're doing it live. You want to know how do you do trim? Watch this man. He's like, I got this. He is training right now.
I'm looking at places where there's raised detail that could be gold.
Yeah.
And trying to determine if it's valuable to do it as gold. Like, could I leave some of these things just all red, or do they stand proud enough of the red to need to be gold? So, I'm just kind of...
Can you come down a little bit?
Just trying to...
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely a challenge, though. What's going to be gold? What's not going to be gold?
Yeah.
Oh, looks good, though. That's a fun-looking model. Man.
It really is.
It's a lot.
It's going to be really good looking, though.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
Part of having done this so much is that I can see things before a lot of other people would see it on the same model, right? And that's true for all of you. Once you start painting more, whatever your style is, however you approach things technique-wise, you'll start being comfortable with your decisions earlier, even when they're not finished.
Yeah.
And that helps a lot. So, I know what this gold winds up looking like when it's done. So when it turns an area green, it's easy for me to see the end product.
The end product
makes it a lot easier to make these silly decisions because you're like, yeah, but that's going to look cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially because you also have a really cool workup example, right? You have something that looks amazing in the scheme with some time, and so
Oh yeah, having doing a test model for your color scheme is super important.
yeah.
And we did a model that is actually used. It's not just a test model.
Right.
We actually did 2 test models. One of them is not necessarily going to be used, which is the Terminator.
Oh, he's not?
Right. I mean, I might. I like it. I was
Sure.
testing out like the red and how I like the red workup. It was a little too dark for what I wanted. I wanted it to be a little bit of a brighter red.
Was that gold with a green base?
No, this gold was with an orange
Oh.
base. So this was the original first of how I thought I might paint my Blood Angels.
Okay, got
I
it.
turned out that the I really liked the Payne's Gray into the dark plum, but the red wasn't quite red enough when I was finished, right?
Okay.
And so I wanted it to pump up and be a little bit more red. So then we did a second model where this guy was he was
Oh.
built to be part of my army. He's a veteran.
He's more
Right.
red though.
Yeah, but you can see how the red punches out a little bit more. And I got rid of the orange because the orange was too warm of a gold up against the red, right?
Yeah.
So when you see painting the inside of the shield, the red gets lost amongst the orange of the gold. So where it can be cool, just doing it with such a warm color forced me into doing green instead. And the green turns out a lot better up against the red.
Mo says good flesh terror scheme.
So yeah, more of a flesh tear scene, more of that blood red, right?
Okay,
with
yeah,
the
I
black
see.
shoulders too. Doing them as 30K was my goal with the Terminators, was to have them be of that ilk that they would have become like the flesh terror portion of the.
Yep. Nibling says, I'm looking at purple and pink for my Chaos Dwarves. Think about if I should go gold or brass as the metallic trim. Brass would be cool.
If you're doing purple, either.
Those models are pretty wild looking.
For which?
Have you seen the new Chaos Dwarves for Age of Sigmar?
Oh, they're crazy.
They're pretty cool. They're cool. There's a lot to them.
Yeah.
Lot to them. Love the billowy smoke coming out of those bulls, though.
But like,
They're pretty cool.
yeah,
They're pretty cool.
it's like the sculptors need to settle down.
That one, yeah, they had
Calm
a,
down.
they had a
Just because you
heyday.
can doesn't mean you should. Just gonna toss it out there. I have to admit, and this will piss some people off, I've
Uh-oh.
always thought Chaos Dwarves were really hokey.
You've mentioned that before. They're just
The
like,
hats and the weird, and I'm like, what is this?
why? Why do you think so?
What do you mean?
Why do you think they're hokey?
Just the
Just
way
the
they
vibe?
did them with the vibe and the beards and it's like,
Did you like the new ones?
it was very comically evil
Oh.
dwarves.
Oh,
it was just
yes.
done in such a comical, over the top manner of, if you want to make bad guys, you dress them in black and give them like vampire teeth
Very-
and
I would
silly
s-
stuff like that.
They are very Disney villain.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So it didn't really fly for me. I love the original dwarves and stuff like that, but the Chaos
Yeah.
Dwarves back in the day just never worked for me. The new ones, I like some of the stuff though.
Yeah. I think the guy on the big bull.
Oh, it's a
painting
really
up-
cool model.
That would be an all metal bull. Would be cool to paint.
No.
I think it would actually be cool, and you should do it.
No, I'm not going to.
Could you
paint that
imagine
bull.
painting just a bronze bull?
I can.
That would be
I
cool.
would do it with our dry brushing technique.
Oh yeah.
It'll
Oh
look
yeah.
great that way.
That's how I would cheat that whole army.
You got it.
I'm not buying that army.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not.
I already hear it in your voice.
I might buy a model just to have the satisfaction of doing that painting technique.
We went from no to yes in about that fast,
No,
chat. Just wanted to
I'm
let
not
you know.
doing it.
You were here. You witnessed it.
Too many models. I might buy one.
Too many models. This man runs goblins. Night goblins.
Jason,
How many models are in that army, Chris?
which one?
Your goblins. 5 million?
120.
Yeah, that's a lot of models, Chris.
No, not 120. I think I have about 100. My zombies. Okay, I don't like talking about. I don't like free pub, but this rule set did bring back some fun zombie rules that I like. So I might paint up 100 zombies.
Oh, but
They
God forbid.
They explode on 5s again.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, so if you kill them, if I roll a 5, if you kill 40 of them, I'm rolling 40 dice if they're near a corpse cart. Plus, they upgraded corpse carts because I love that model because I think it's silly. So I got a whole Mortis Engine corpse cart theme that I'm going to bring back into play.
Look out.
Look out, world.
But he doesn't do armies with lots of models, chat. Just saying.
I won't do the dwarfs. I won't do them. They're a little too out there for me, I guess. I don't know how to put it. They're okay. It really speaks to some people, doesn't speak to me.
Yeah.
I would do my redo my Sylvaneth before I did that.
It's a great conversation that there's something for everybody. Like,
yes.
I don't have to like every army, and I don't even feel bad about not liking every army. I love that some people love them, especially around the office. I like to give people grief for their army choices.
It's funny.
Especially Gabe.
Game Delay says, how do you think of the color differences between brass, bronze, and gold?
Bronze is going to be a browner material. Brass is going to be more of what you consider to be, I call it dookie gold. Anybody know that reference?
Dookie gold?
Dookie gold.
What do you mean?
It's fake gold.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Brass is fake gold.
Brass is fake gold.
It's very yellow.
Okay.
Right? And polish is very
yes.
warm and yellow.
Not poop, Mo.
Gold is more of a cool yellow. Not as warm, so when you paint it in all the oranges, it is brass, not gold. And then we talked about bronze. So
Yep.
Bronze, I like to be more brown.
You don't like Gabe's army choices? Was that what you're saying? You're giving him a hard time?
Oh, I just give him a hard time. I don't know that I like or dislike him at all. I just give him a hard time. Why did you choose those guys? I do it to everybody, though. I think I probably do it to Jordan more than anybody. What are you doing? Like, why don't you finish the last army you said was the best thing since sliced bread?
Oh, finishing armies is a whole nother story.
Well, it doesn't matter why I gripe at him about it. I just like giving people hell.
finishing an army is a whole nother story, chat. I'm almost done. I've been making way because I have too many projects, so I have to get my my bust though. Somebody was mentioning that. We were talking a little earlier about painting motivation. Definitely have a side project. My Rattlings have been my side project, and they've turned out okay. I'm not like 100%.
I think they look good.
They're okay for me. Like I went into them being like, okay, I'm gonna do this quick and fast, right? You talk about that. What's the 3 triangle thing?
You can have them cheap, fast, or good.
Cheap,
Pick 2.
fast, or good. I would say cheap.
They make a fidget
fast
widget that you can 3D print that says that cheap, fast, or good, and it has 3 sliders on it. And the sliders, you can't make all 3 of them go to the left. But as soon as you move the third one, it pushes one of the other ones back. It's got this complicated internal thingamajig. It's a lot of fun.
Yo, says
cheap,
Ben.
Cheap, fast, or good.
Cheap, fast, or good.
Pick 2.
Ben says, I have a question. Seeing if you all have advice, I'm looking of doing lighting effects for the engine and the gun of my RS gunship. The color I'm trying to replicate is blue tourmaline for the OSL.
Tourmaline.
What would that be, Jason? What color? What is that color? I can't. I don't even know what that color is.
Tourmaline is a gemstone, right?
I think so. Let me see. I'm just curious now. Oh, okay. Ooh, pretty. Yeah, it's like this color.
Yeah, like aquamarine almost.
Yeah, aquamarine.
It's
it's
got a hint of turquoisey, almost greenishness to it, but the blue is very bright, right? So that would be it. I mean, our turquoise is maybe a little green, but you could do a little bit of blue transparent in them, and that would work.
Yeah.
It's a great color combo, though.
Panic Bomb. I looks at AOS to finish an army, not have 5 in process armies for one game. I have to have a bunch of armies if I'm into a game. I have to have variety.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, only because the game becomes boring.
Yes.
And they know this,
100%.
right? Which is why they write the rules that way a lot of times.
Yeah.
Is that it kind of provokes you. Because, if you play the same army all the time, the game tends to become very samey.
Unless you're really in it for the meta chasing or the getting good at one army, I get it. Yeah. But casually, I've got to have some variety because also I want to have paint variety. That's what I. That's what
Well,
I.
a lot of
would-
times in games, there's just really cool armies.
That's true. There's just that. Like I said, I wouldn't play a Chaos Dwarf army, but painting up that bull in our that technique, I think that would be a fun technique to do. Philip's asking, what color will the cape be?
White.
Ooh, white?
Oh.
Nice. That'll be a cool workup.
Yeah, I think white would be the best thing.
Danger said, I've been collecting and painting Dark Angels since the early 90s. They will never be done. Not with that attitude, Danger.
Ah,
You just got to do it.
I'm with you, man. My 30K Dark Angels will never be done.
I came up with a really...
And they're actually pretty close.
Your Dark Angels?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do it. But Jason's a different case because Jason also paints a bunch of different things for variety for the channel, right? Plus, that's a lot of non-metallic gold, Jason.
I don't steal enough, what would I call it, enough personal paint time for myself is one of my big problems. Is that to get big projects done, I need to be able to
come over here
to commit more personal time on the weekends and stuff, and that's just not something I'm willing to do right now. I don't find the value in it. I don't play the games. Kyle's getting me jazzed about the new 30K rules. He's played a couple of them, or he's had some friends play some games under the new rules and say they really dig it. So I might go watch a game be played like this next weekend or something like that.
Might do a kill team too, coming up soon.
Yeah, we're gonna do some kill teams, so that's gonna be fun. I don't know what it is that I'm looking at here. This thing looks like a freaking alarm clock. It's got like Mickey Mouse ears on it or something. I don't know what's going on there.
Mickey Mouse ears.
It does. It's got like these weird things going on. I don't know what that is.
Oh, interesting. Oh, they're like little emblems.
Yeah, but the emblem on the other side had like this one has a noticeable clasp or place where it's hanging. The other side didn't have that. The other side had like a weird detail to it that I don't know what it was, but so painting big projects is a little more difficult for me, even though I like to. I have all these ideas. This Blood Angel idea, I think I would love to see this army done. It's all assault marines, right? Like literally, other than the Terminators, it's all jump packs, and I would love to have that army done.
It would be cool to have them fully done.
And I think the first stage of that is to find some time with the gang. We have a hobby gang here at work, and to find some time where the gang will come out on a weekend and build models, paint models and stuff here in the studio. And I'll just sit here and put the whole army together. And when I see a whole army together, that usually is one of the big kickers.
That is 100% how I feel.
To getting me motivated to make something happen with it, because then the next step becomes simple, right? That's like we talked about before. The next step once you do put it all together is you look at it and you're like, oh, well, I'll just do what we did with the airbrush today across all of them. I'll do the Payne's Gray, the Dark Plum, the Red, and the Eclectic Salmon on the whole army, and then I'll quit for a while. And then you'll come back and I'll paint.
And then you paint this.
Then there's where my heart explodes, because then I'm like, oh, and then I'll paint all the trim
and then you paint,
non-metallic
and then you
metal.
paint
That'll be great.
yeah.
Then I forget that sucks. So maybe that'll never happen. But it sounds good when you say it out loud.
Well, once you did the army and it's done, I mean, that's such a good feeling.
Yeah, because I was building this army to be good for 40K or 30K. So I did Death Company, which 30K doesn't have. So I would have to kind of readdress some of that, but it could be fun.
Folks, we're just about to wrap it up here in a little bit. It's 3:54, Jason.
3:54?
That's right.
Say the person that was talking about the engines. I didn't do the turquoise. You want to pop in close on that? I didn't do a turquoisey engine glow. I just used blue transparent over the top of white. So this was just done with whites and grays to set up my highlights, and then going back with purple transparent and blue transparent over the top.
Yep.
So you can see there's kind of a purple shadow and then the blue. And so it gives it a neat kind of glow for exhaust without going too crazy. It doesn't take very long to do. And then a white-blue highlight on all the edges. and you can make that happen pretty quick. But you could do you could mix a little bit of the green transparent. By a little, I mean a teeny tiny bit of green transparent in with the blue transparent, or even I don't think yellow would be great. I think the green would be better because it's a phthalo green and it's a little bit more of a bluish hue anyway. So it'll make you more of a turquoisey color. If I can find her, where is she at here? So the blue and the green transparent mixed together make that color.
Ooh, very cool. Yeah.
Right? Which is kind of like a turquoise or jade kind of feel, because that's what this was done, was glazing blue and green transparent mixed together back over white on this to give that kind of swimming pool glow on the upside of her, where she has the warm glow this way. So,
George, last question of the day. Who is the best painter you guys know? It's you, chat.
It's
surprise. It's you.
Always the ones brave enough to get it done.
That's right.
I don't.
And game delay, apparently. Or who's best looking, says game delay? Because that's probably me.
I mean, that's 100% me. What are you talking about?
Hey, whoa.
I don't know. I am a weird guy in that regard. I don't believe that good, better, best is a great way to describe human beings. I think that capabilities at certain levels are a better way to do it. Tends to be a downer when you say best painter in the world is, and then they're no longer the best painter in the world when you see your next Instagram post. So yeah. I don't like that. People are capable. People have art styles you like. I have a lot of artists that I respect for, the type of artwork they put out at the, frequency that they put it out. But if you stick around long enough, you'll hear all the names, see them all come and go through it all, and will hopefully just think of yourself as having been better for seeing the artwork and less about, the good, better, best part of it. There's a tremendous amount of great artists out there. And believe it or not, they're some of the best artists in our world as far as, quality of wow factor when you see their paint, don't even do like Instagram. Right? Or if they do, it's so random and that they don't use it as a way to garner attention. David Soper. Go check out David Soper's Instagram. He posts so infrequently and doesn't care, but he is one of the world's best multi-Slayer Sword winning artists, and he's just very humble. Just puts the paint on the model.
That's right, Jason. What do you do?
Put paint on the model, man.
That's right.
Just put paint on the model. Find your inspiration where you can. Enjoy it all.
Nibling says, the best painter is the first caveman that put paint on the walls and started it all. Technically, yes. There you go.
Bang some rocks until color came out.
Well, chat, we're getting to the end of the stream. Just a reminder, 3 days till Christmas.
He's hyping his show up.
3 days till Christmas. Well,
Christmas in July.
And tomorrow will be 2 days till Christmas. And then the day will... Oh, we're going to have a great time.
I'm excited for chat to murder themselves in the White Elephant.
Chat, I only have one disclaimer, and is that you bear with us. That's my only disclaimer for that day.
Bear with us?
Because I think it's going to be a beautiful day of debauchery and fun.
It'll be interesting to see how the whole gift giving or gift carousel thing works. But
and we've got it. We've got it all planned out, chat. We'll explain all those rules for the giveaway that day. But regardless, it's all for fun. We're doing it for you. And who knows? It grew legs, chat. Christmas in July. Phil, you can't win anything.
Ever. Phil always asks. He probably has all
so
these
first you gotta be there.
Names.
What's that?
Phil probably has a lot of alias accounts.
Oh, he always just does it. He always just puts it in there. He'll just always put his name in there because I see it. I see it go in there.
One day it'll draw
I see
him.
the tickets.
One day it'll draw him, and we'll be like, "God dang it, Phil!"
Yeah, you really messed my flow up. Now I got to redo this. But that's kind of that's the comedy.
That's the value add.
That's the value add.
I'm here for it.
You can't win anything except our heart, says Game Delay. That's right.
Friends forever.
Chat's heart.
BFFs, chat.
Phil, you're banned.
What?
Canceled. Phil's canceled.
Stop
Done.
doing that.
You're
I
out.
don't know what I'm going to do with these stanchions, but I don't like them being in gold. That's too much gold all around there. So
I love gold.
we'll do the Iron Halo in gold because iron and gold. It's always funny to me.
Iron.
They call it the Iron Halo, and it's always gold.
Wait a minute.
It's like, wait, what?
Beautiful model. That'll be fun.
So I think that's all the gold trim I want to do. I might change my mind and do some of the exhaust port, and there's like plasma coils.
That's not too bad.
He's got like plasma coils on the back.
Now
here,
that
so.
you've painted it all, it doesn't seem like that much.
Oh wait.
Bye, T. Schmid. Take it easy.
Taylor, have a good one. Good to see you.
Awkward, she said your birthday's in 3 weeks. Nice. 3 weeks till a certain Pana's birthday.
I
You have
like
a
it.
birthday stream? Question mark. Give me a fun day. I think y'all enjoy the prizes too, because the prizes are fun.
Oh, have you already figured all that out?
Great prizes.
You know what I like is that I haven't had to be part of any of this.
Jason, all you have to
It just
do
kind
is
of happens without me.
stand up there, look pretty, and be Jason.
I feel the wings will have to be gold too, but we'll do that after we do the white on everything else. Or I might paint them red. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Ooh.
But I think I got everything, at least for now. I'm not worried about the axe. The axe will have a lot of gold on it too, but I'm not worried about that now. I'm only focused on the main body of the character, and I feel like that's pretty good right now. So that'll be good. We'll have a lot of non-metallic steel to do on him too, because of this big, bulky thing. But we showed you how to get all of the... One of the biggest reasons for doing all of this now on the trim, even before the red is done, is to show you the light focus on the red, because you get rid of the overspray, especially up here on the shoulders,
Yeah.
where the brighter color was the overspray. Now when you can nestle that in and get rid of it, we still got to get rid of the overspray that's on these, whatever these things are, these big... I don't know what those are.
Yeah.
Then it really shows you what the red is doing, and we'll go back and do that. I also don't know how to paint these things, but we'll figure all that out.
Hey, you'll figure it out, Jason.
I
have faith.
have
in
faith.
You. You have faith. I have faith. Chad has faith.
I have faith. And
It's
then
gonna
we'll paint gold until our heads explode. It'll
Hey.
be great. It'll be great fun. Thank you, chat. Thanks for hanging out with us.
What a great day.
Glad to be back to see everybody. Hope you had a wonderful weekend and end and start to your week with Chris and Jordan. They did some cool Marvel stuff. Now we're back at it with Saturnine Praetor. We'll be working on him during the week until, of course, Chris kicks us out for Christmas in July. Do I get to paint it all that day?
Sure. Yes, you'll be painting. You'll be doing some painting. You'll be doing some fun things. Of course, you'll be painting. We'll be painting. We'll be gift giving. We'll be there'll be snow maybe.
I'm not sure what's going on, chat,
won't
but at
do
least
snow.
for the next 2 days, we'll be painting a Praetor, and then next week. So, be nice. Nice to have you back, Paint Dad. Awkward, it's good to see you.
Ben, absolutely. We love answering your questions.
Yeah, great questions today. Good content. Hopefully we got to your answers. If you had a question that you feel like you didn't get a good answer to, make sure to stop back in. Hit us up again tomorrow. We'll catch up. We don't ever want to have anybody feel left out. We love the content that you guys drive with the questions. There's none too new or too old. So love it. Keep it up. Make sure to check out the links that Chris just put in chat. The monumenthobbies.com link will take you over to the store. Soon to be a Monument EU link that you can go to. It's there. You can click on the Monument US store to go over there if you're in the EU and sign up for the newsletter. And then the site will be launching this week, assuming everything goes right. We're like a week and a half or 2 weeks behind right now due to shipping issues. Not issues with shipping our stuff there, but issues with getting shipping set up so we can ship it to you. We have the warehouse filled with stuff. So that's going to be coming soon for all of you that are in the EU. We're super excited about that. Check out the FLGS link. You can check out for stores around the globe that carry our product, as well as the Discord. Join us on our Discord, where we've got a tremendous amount of artists just like you, gang, that are giving great inspiration and really horrible jokes day after day after day. It's great. So we'd love to see you over there. And make sure to stick around. Chris is going to find us somebody to raid. So hopefully we get some good hobby goodness going off into your evening. And we will catch you back here tomorrow. We're out of here, gang. Adios.